I just realized these things are literal Astral Chains a whole 9 years before the actual game Astral Chain came out. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Welcome back to Sonic Colors! Last time, we had a mutiny, and we took down Captain Jelly in the process. This time, we're off to the Starlight Carnival. With some of my favorite music in the game, I'll let you have a listen to it. It really does go without saying that for some reason, every time there's a Sonic game, the only thing that doesn't disappoint is for some reason the music. Like, the music is always good, no matter what the game is, because I was listening to the soundtrack to Sonic 06 for whatever reason, I was just like, a lot of these are really good, for some reason. Like, Kingdom Valley was really good, and I think it's called Kingdom Valley. Radical Train is super good. Crisis City I really like. I'm just like, why is this good for a game that's so atrociously made? Like, it seems like the only vision they had for that game was the music and nothing else. Anyway, new power-up, Blue Cube. It kind of acts like a P-switch that you're familiar with from the Mario games. These blue rings, when we use Cube, will turn into actual cubes. But if we collect them like an actual ring, we just get points instead, and they don't come back. So you can screw yourself over in a few ways. We don't have all power-ups yet, so there's not really any use, unfortunately, going for the red rings. This Starlight Carnival is where I feel like they start piling onto you the idea that if you don't have a specific power-up, you're not getting a red ring. So instead, let's just move forward and see these new vistas. Because holy hell is Starlight Carnival probably one of the most impressive, like, areas I've ever seen in a video game. Like, there's so much going on, and I'm just kind of surprised that the Wii was able to, like, even have graphics like this. Another quick step segment, this time with motor bugs. I think that's what they're called. Future me, let me know. Getting rid of the big one. Oh shit. I missed one. Getting rid of the big one clears all of them all at once before a new wave spawns in. And yeah, but yeah, considering the Wii only had like an 88 megabytes of RAM and then like also runs on like tech from like 1998, this is staggeringly impressive. Well, I don't know if the tech for the graphics was from 1998, but I do know that the patent for the Wii motion controls were being, like, designed way back in 1998 from, like, some guy that worked for, like, an aeronautics company, I think. You know, it's really interesting learning the development process of certain consoles, and you realize what goes into them. I remember the Dreamcast, like, getting having some partnerships with Microsoft to get, like, a version of Windows on it. And then with the Xbox, because Sega was dropping out of the console races, they just gave a lot of exclusive to Microsoft. I just think it's really neat to learn all these things. Like, there's always gonna be some kind of development story, like how the Wii U gamepad, like, took thousands of attempts just to get the gamepad feeling right, and how the guy designing the Wii U gamepad had to, basically, like, carve all of them by clay, so he was just doing multiple of them, and, like, after a while, it's like, I thought all of these were really good, why do I have to do it again? Like, it's all really cool to hear, and I kind of wish, like, developers could open up a little bit more, at the very least after a console's lifecycle is over, because then, like, you can hear all about these things. Because it's really... Maybe it's just the game developer in me, like, just talking, but I think it's interesting, and I wish we hear more about it, because I just want to hear about it. We don't actually need that spring. We can actually just get up there just fine by doing Wall jumps, of all things. We can still get cube anyway from this one. Because I think up here is actually a red ring. There was a red ring. Oh, so much graphical fidelity. I love it. The art style in Starlight Carnival is really wonderful. And I'm glad I get to share it today with you guys. It took a long time, though. I'm surprised we cracked the 5-minute mark on that. But, yeah, that was still an A rank. Like, you see what I mean when I say that, like, time isn't the biggest factor when it comes to getting ranks anymore? Because that literally took 5 minutes. If it was 5 minutes in any other Sonic game, we would have gotten a D rank. Let's be real here. We've now unlocked the blue cube for other levels. And we're going to use them again for Act 2. Get a cool rendition of the Starlight Carnival theme. I think this version actually made it into Sonic and All-Stars Racing. Can't blame them, it's a really good song, and I'm glad they picked it. New mechanic. These black cubes act as bombs. They'll go off in a little bit after we step on them, so be wary of that. I'm not going for any of them right now because we honestly don't have, like, any of the power-ups required to, like, get any of the red rings for the most part. We might get one by the end of this, but otherwise, we're not getting any. Something I failed to mention for some reason. The cube power-up. It also breaks down some of the, like, black boxes. Not all of them, but certain types. You can still lose your rings, however, if you, like, touch one of those, bomb blocks, though. So be careful of that. Can I heed my own warning for once in this damn playthrough? Oh. Do as I say, not as I do. Clearly. Okay. These blocks here you can break with cube. The other ones, you can't. But you can still do other stuff with the other blocks eventually. But, that's the end of the stage. Let's see our rank. Oh, it was just a B rank. Oh well, it's still fine. I usually strive to get at least Bs in all my courses, even though I'm recording this after my next semester of college is over and I actually made honors this year, so I'm doing a lot better than just Bs. So if you're wondering why I'm sucking so much at this game, I focused more on school than playing a video game. I think I made the right choice. Act 3, what is Act 3 again? Oh no! Oh, it's this stage. So this stage and gimmick is really finicky, and it's one of the few levels I actively hate in this game. It's not very apparent here, but after a while, you're going to be tethered to that springboard. You're going to be on top of a lot of pits. And this is the level I think we're going to die on. Part of me just doesn't want to go for the red rings because I don't want to risk anything. Okay, let's take things slowly here. You guys don't fall down, which is good. Or never mind, you do. Prove me wrong, why don't you? I'm really struggling to find stuff to say. So yeah, this thing naturally follows you, but there are times where it is going to fail, and you're just gonna jettison yourself off of the, map. So be careful. And now, like, we now have, Like, we're just gonna be in an open space. So now we really have to be careful about where we're stepping. Because now they're also gonna add enemies. And we didn't hit a checkpoint. We do this in one run. I'm at least gonna try to get this red ring, because it's out of the way. Or not, it's not too out of the way. English. Let's take our sweet time. Okay, now small jumps. We don't want to go there. I'm not going to go for that one up, because as tempting as it is, I don't want to risk anything. Probably shouldn't have done that! Shit. Okay, I've lost track of the attempts I've done on this, but I had to restart the stage because I actually got a timeout on this. So if I even at least want to get like a decent rank, I had to restart. Thankfully, we never hit a checkpoint, so I'm able to really just restart the level without any consequence. So that's just what I'm gonna do. Please bear with me. So, I know we already saw this level already, but because I died, I thought I'd just re-show anyway. And at the very least, if you guys are seeing this, this probably means this was the actual, like, successful attempt, because I think what I'll do is, I'll show the first attempt and the last attempt. Because I don't want to waste everyone's time on just seeing failed attempts where nothing much is happening if I'm just dying. I feel like it's a waste of time, and after a while, it's just gonna get boring. Because, like, what's the point of, like, just having a full episode of me dying to one level and not making much progress? Because that delays a ton, and I don't want these series, for the most part, from suffering from, like, seasonal rot. I don't want you guys to, like, get bored of watching a series. I just want to keep these to, like, a decently sized amount of videos, and then just end the series from there and move on to the next thing. Not because I'm impatient, I'm willing to spend as much time as I need for a series, like I'm already doing, but, like, for you guys watching something, I don't want you guys to just watch a full video of, like, dying, like I said. So, like, I detailed this already in another video. I'll record the first, or I'll record everything, but I'm only going to keep the first and last attempt of any given level. Unless it's a level where I've died multiple times, but, like, through multiple checkpoints. If I, like, died at checkpoint B, I'm not going to cut out the rest of the level from the restart. I'm just going to cut to the final attempt of the last checkpoint, let's just say. Anyway, after all that, we got a rank A, which means if we had gone the last red ring, we would have actually gone to rank S. So that's something to look forward to once I beat the stage again. But I'm not going there yet. We got other stages to complete. So next time on Sonic Colors, we move forward into the Starlight Carnival. See you guys then.
Attention guests. If there is anyone here who has experience with aerospace technology, specifically upper orbit theme park gravitational control systems, please report to the main office immediately. Thank you.